Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike Wizenon here with Big Wiz Training. We are doing the third video in the Fit from the Start video series. First one talked about 6 basic rules you want to keep in mind before starting a training routine. Second video described the training routine in general, how to pick one, what you want to keep in mind. The third video that we're about to do and about to discuss is the type of body type that you have. When you make a training routine, you want to make sure that you know your own body type. We're just going to go over that today. It is midnight, just to let you know. I am extremely tired. I just got home from the gym. I had a freaking amazing workout. But nonetheless, I did promise a video, so I'm going to do it. I got to wake up for school at 6 in the morning. Who cares? You know what? This is fitness. You know, this is life. Love it, live it, breathe it every single day, right? Okay, so let's get going here real quick. Learning your own body type. Where to begin? This is a very can be a very in-depth subject, but I'm gonna kind of just grace the top like I have with every other video. I'm just gonna go over the 3 basic body types, also known as somatotypes, and we're just gonna cover a broad definition of what it all means and maybe what a workout might be, so you can basically get a first head start on your training routine. Okay, so real quick, I got my notes here, everything that I written down today. I am extremely tired. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. Learning your own body type. This can be. This is something for everybody, by the way. This is not just for guys. Everybody and anybody has a specific body type. Also, like I said, also known as a somatotype. Okay, and this is basically what your body looks like and how your body reacts to certain things. And with this, the best type of training that you could possibly do. This is the most important type of training ever. This training is known as instinctive training. What that means is, this is also a training routine that takes years and years and years of learning. Instinctive training is basically learning your own body over years and years of training. Okay, it's learning how your body reacts to certain foods, you know, what type of carbs works best for your body, what type of training routines work best for your body, what you react better, how fast you grow with certain things, how quickly you burn off fat when you do exercising. That is instinctive training, and there's nothing that beats instinctive training. There's nothing that is better than learning how your body reacts to certain things. No amount of science, no scientific knowledge, no amount of research will ever be as important as learning your specific body type. Okay, don't let anybody ever tell you differently. Okay, so with that in mind, the first and most important thing you want to learn is your own body type in general. What type of body you actually have. Okay, and we're going to go over that today. Firstly, there are 3 types of body types that you want to get familiar with, okay? And that is ectomorphic, endomorphic, and mesomorphic, okay? Once again, that's ecto, meso, and endomorphic body types, okay? And they all have 3 different, completely different roles, okay? We're going to go over each one individually as best as I can and as quick as I can, okay? First of all is the ectomorphic body type, okay? These are the people, I don't want to say these are guys because this is anybody in general, men, women, young, old, whoever you want to be. Ectomorphic body type, these are the people that are usually very, very skinny. They can't put on weight very well. Usually these are the guys that you see in the gym who say they go to Burger King every day, yet they still have that ripped 6-pack. How they do it? It's their body type. They're ectomorphic. This can be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because those type of people are always very lean. Okay, they keep a very lean definition body. Their diet doesn't play too much of a huge role because they can eat that cheat meal kind of whenever they want to because they burn it off very quickly. It doesn't make them fat or anything because they burn it off so quickly, but it's a bad thing because these guys tend to grow slower. You know, they won't ever get humongous. They won't ever be that humongous, gigantic body type, you know, that a lot of guys go for. You know, they're always going to be very, very lean. Okay. Some things to keep in mind. If you feel that you have more of an ectomorphic body type, your training routine, how that would look. You want to make sure that you do much more compound movements. We're going to get more into that into a later video. You want to make sure you're doing more compound movements, which is your bigger exercises like bench press and things like deadlifts. You want to keep your sets lower than usual. Average set range is usually around 16 to 18 sets. For these guys, you want to do roughly 12 to 14, maybe 16 for bigger muscle groups like legs. Now, do keep in mind. I want to go back and say this. Do keep in mind that this is for the basic. This is for the basic look. Okay, not everyone. You know, females aren't going to go into a gym and do, you know, deadlifts, 16 sets for deadlifts or something. This is a basic general. You know, basic general workout. You know, most of the people that are watching are probably just average people who want to, you know, get bigger, get leaner, things like that. So if you're going for athletic training, if you're going for complete body fatting or body fat loss, then training routine is gonna be a little bit different. Just to let you know. But this is basically for the average guy, younger guy who wants to build muscle and lose weight, or female. Okay. So basically ectomorphic, you are going to want to do basic compound exercises, big lifts to help build as much muscle as you can. Okay. What else? As far as your diet goes, you want to be putting in more calories than you're burning off, because if not, then you're not going to get bigger. A lot of younger guys have to take in upwards of 5,000 calories a day extra, you know, or 5,000 calories total, you know, just to get in their daily needs, because they burn off calories so easily. Okay, so those are just a few simple tips. Like I said, not everyone's going to be going for the same look, so those are just the basic broadened ideas that you want to be going for. I think that's about it for ectomorphic. Yeah, that's about it. Moving on is the mesomorphic body frame. These guys have it made. Men and women that have a mesomorphic body frame have it very well made. They lose fat very easily and they gain muscle very, very quickly. Okay, these are a lot of the times. These are the men and women that look very, very good. Okay, you know, they can easily burn off fat really quickly. They can always their bench press and all their numbers seem to go so quickly. You know, and these are the guys that most people look up to in the gym and all that sort of stuff. As far as their training routine goes, reps and sets, mid-range, 8 to 12 reps if you're trying to build lean muscle, 16 to 18 sets. As far as your diet goes, it's more or less just learning what your body reacts to, but it doesn't have to be as strict as ectomorph or endomorph, simply because you burn off things very quickly and you build muscle very quickly. So those guys have it pretty well made. I tend to get very jealous for these guys because I would love to have a 100% mesomorphic body. That'd be very, very nice, but that's not how it works. Let's see. Moving on. Gosh, I am tired. Whew. Anyway, moving on. Endomorphic body types. Just like the ectomorph, they have their positives and negatives. Positives of an endomorphic body type would be the simple fact that you can become very sizable pretty quickly. Okay, these are the really, really, really big guys. Women, if you're an endomorphic body type for a woman, it's not going to be your strongest body part. Most women want to lose weight. You know, let's face it. Most women want to lose weight and look very good. Guys, on the other hand, some of them just like to get freaking monstrous and huge. Endomorphic body types are humongous. They're just big, they're bulky. These are sometimes the strong men and whatnot. They tend to retain a lot of fat, though. That's the negative side effect. They tend to retain a lot of fat. Their diet has to be very, very strict. You have to watch out. If you're trying to lean up, their diet is very, very important. Okay, so that's the negative of having a more endomorphic body type. Now, a rule of thumb to keep in with these three body types is the fact that most of the time you're not just going to have one of these body types, okay? And I actually drew a little picture here to give a little demonstration. Not too many people are going to be completely ectomorphic or completely meso or completely endo. Some people do have a mixture of, of a couple parts, okay? So I have this little diagram here. I drew it before I made this. If you can see it, I have ectomorphic up here at the top, meso in the bottom left, and endo in the bottom right. This is basically just a triangle pyramid, and it's gonna represent where some people can possibly lie on or in a range. Okay, let's say I'll just take my body. Okay, I'll take my body. I grew up more or less very ectomorphic. I was a smaller guy. I wasn't really fat. I could probably eat pretty much whatever I wanted. I wasn't completely ripped, I wouldn't say, but I didn't really matter what I ate either. So let's just say that I would be more ectomorphic. I'd start up here. Over the years of training, I've learned that obviously I've put on some size a little bit. I've probably put on about 30 or 40 pounds of muscle. So that in turn would make it a little bit more mesomorphic, which would kind of move it a little bit down here in this sort of region. Okay. So it's not wrong if I have both a little bit of ecto and a little bit of mesomorphic body type. Okay, so if I build muscle a little bit easier, but I am continuously lean at times, then I'm going to be kind of up in this area over here. A lot of guys, as far as a different type of body type, let's say that you are overweight in the beginning. You're very, very kind of overweight, but after you start training, you start to see that you start to lose weight very, very easily. So you start off as an endomorphic, yet you start to realize that you can lose weight very easily. Mesomorphics do that. They tend to lose more weight very easily. So technically, you'd be more or less in this sort of region. Okay. Then again, like I said, it's not the best description, kind of hard to understand, but over time you're gonna learn this, after putting in your months, your years of training, you're gonna start realizing how your body reacts to certain things, okay? So as far as this goes, I think this is all I really wanted to hit, just to double check. I think so. Plus, I really want to go to bed. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's just about it. So I probably missed a little bit. It's no big deal though. If you guys do still have questions on the video, of course, message me on Facebook. Please, guys, please share these videos as much as you can. Promotions is not easy. Promoting is not easy for me. I just have the knowledge. That's all I do. I'm not like a huge freaking promoter. I'm not like well known or anything. So share the videos, like it, comment it, ask questions. You guys can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/BigWizTraining, or youtube.com/BigWizTraining. There's plenty of other videos available. We're going to keep the Fit from the Start video series going. I have about four other videos that I have written down that we're going to be making here pretty soon, and a couple comedic videos too. So stay tuned for those. Other than that, any questions, hit me up. I think that's about it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. I got school in like 6 hours, and I still haven't even eaten my post-workout meal. So I am going to bed. Good night. Peace out. Much love. Big Wiz.